bet my bottom dollar it is staged. How are they going to counter our operation nationwide, putting up Obama fascist, Obama socialist, ObamaInfowars.com Joker posters, which has now gone viral in every town and city? I mean, we're getting thousands of emails, hundreds of calls. It's got to be over 100 videos we've been sent of people all over the world posting these. Suddenly Congress is being faxed the Obama poster with a swastika on his head with the N-word. And I bet my pinky, put it this way, 98% chance that the Democratic Party is doing this themselves. In fact, I need Kurt Nimmo, Paul Watson, whoever, to go get all these past articles in the last couple of years where mainly black college students, but also Jewish college students, paint swastikas on their dorm room and do it on their house and do it on the black church. I mean, every time people do this to themselves, it's a false flag. Now, there are idiots. It may be a meth head, one-toothed, white supremacist idiot. Those people certainly exist, but there's not very many of them. Believe me, I'm a white guy in Texas. I used to go deer hunting and hog hunting and coyote hunting. I've been hunting Colorado, Texas, you name it. I've been around the campfire with rednecks hundreds of times. Never heard the N-word, never heard people talk bad about black people. I don't know. I remember back when Jesse Jackson was running for president, being at a deer camp, and people going, I'd vote for him if he wouldn't raise my taxes, and if you don't like him, they say you're racist. I do have a vague memory of that, of people making biscuits and gravy at 5 a.m. about to go out and go hunting. And I do remember that. I have a memory of that, being about 10 years old. That dates me. It was that long ago that people like Jesse Jackson were running for president, 10, 12, I don't know, something like that. I was a little kid. But all those old guys have been around the world, though. That was out on our property, family, friends hunting. All those old World War II vets are dead. Most of the Korean War vets were dead. Those were neat old guys to hang out with. You know, it's not about sitting up in a deer stand or up in a deer blind, bow hunting or hunting with a rifle. It's about just the primitive, ancient rite of sitting around a campfire. But my issue is 9 times out of 10, and we have written big detailed articles about, I mean, the Miami Herald's reported about top white supremacist leaders forming and leading the white supremacist groups, our government agents, and it came out in federal court that Hal Turner was a federal operative, but threatened too many people, so they went ahead and burned him, which is a word to the wise, all you feds out there. And Jewish guys like Hal Turner, I mean, you should really know that you're just going to get set up doing that kind of stuff. Friends with Sean Hannity. That is despicable, burning their own operative. I mean, it's admitted in court records he was a Fed. But he threatened some state judges, and they filed separate state charges, and they don't care. They went and grabbed him. What a moron, because those judges actually got death threats, you idiot. So I'm getting death threats now, and I'm getting scores of emails. I mean, we didn't count them, probably 50, 60, 70, I don't know, going through them. Here's one from Chanda. I think you should be thrown in jail for what you're trying to promote. He is and still will be the president of the United States, and there is nothing that your white supremacist self can do about it. You are a disgrace to the human race, and I hope Obama puts you and your crew under the jail. And they say this in 2 newscasts I have. In another newscast that was on a Florida station, I can't find it now. It's off their main page. They say it's the most horrible thing they've ever seen, and we need to be arrested. And then it shows them ripping off telephone poles, saying the police are investigating who put it on telephone poles. So now, if you've got a sign, I mean, I expect uniform enforcement here. You got a sign saying, come to our garage sale, or I'm looking for a white cat with black spots, or I'm looking for a brown dog with white spots or whatever, or I'm looking for a Siamese cat Arrest them, folks. They're criminals. You put a yard sign up or you put a sign up over a rock and roll poster, it's over for you. And you ought to see the comments on these TV stations. Now, 9 out of 10 are saying, hey, people put these signs up a bush. I'm a Democrat, but this is hypocritical. But 10% are saying, arrest this Alex Jones right now. Arrest him. And it's all over the Drudge Report. And this feeds in to what we're going to cover when we get back. They're getting ready to carry out a new Oklahoma City. I see them doing it. We got Steve Quayle coming up in the next hour. He was already set up for the show today. But that's perfect because the Southern Poverty Law Center is savaging he and I as basically Nazis. Doesn't matter. Steve really gets criticized for being a big supporter of Israel. These people don't care. It's unbelievable. Keep lying. Keep sending me all the listeners. Call me any lies you want. I love it. Make it up. Say I'm a reptoid. Say I'm a Vatican assassin. Say I'm a Mossad agent. Say I'm a Nazi. Say it all. Because people are going to come to this radio show on the websites Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, and they're going to find out the truth, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to find out that you're a liar. Now, the Southern Poverty Law Center gives the orders in America, and even more so than the ADL, I found. It was Southern Poverty Law Center that ran and set up the Elohim City white supremacist compound that came out in FBI documents released under FOIA request. In one document, they blacked out one area. Then in another lawsuit that a judge ordered released, they blocked out the other. And then the Associated Press and the two major papers in Salt Lake City superimposed it and got the whole memo. Oops. Southern Poverty Law Center running the op with Tim McVeigh. Running the facility he came out of. And we have the sworn deposition of Larry Nichols that McVeigh was a black ops operator in special forces there to set up militias in the Patriot movement and was set up at the end. Then, of course, heavily drugged. Jolly and West in the MK Ultra hearings in 77 was then his doctor from the time he was arrested through his trial in Denver to his execution in Terre Haute, Indiana. You can't make this stuff up. Just like the LA Times reports, Theodore Kaczynski was in the secret MK Ultra mind control program, the Unabomber. You can't make that up. Who could make that up? That's LA Times. Truth is far weirder than fiction. And that's why if you're in special ops and they got you following Patriots around and they're telling you you're going to deliver a bomb here and you're going to do that, there's a good chance they're going to blow it up and send you to prison for it. They're going to grab you and keep you drugged up for 5-6 years and then execute you. Don't take part in any of these drills as a decoy. Same thing in 7/7. They hire these guys. We know they'd hired them to take part in drills. They put them on board those things and they got real bombs. A few of them figured it out, ditched the bombs, got chased down in broad daylight and gunned down right out Piccadilly Circus. That was on the news. I mean, they'll chase you down and kill you if you don't carry out the bombing. This is how Black Op works. Best movie I've seen to describe it is Eagle Eye. People kept telling me for the last few years, watch that movie, watch it. And in that, you've got a computer at NSA and the Pentagon manipulating people, but it's not how it works. It's people doing it, but they also use computers. And you want to see a movie of how they operate, that's it. A lot of times they'll do a type personality on somebody that they're controlled, they're focused, they're professional. They'll kill one of your kids and they'll call up and go, your 16-year-old Bobby just died in that car wreck last week. That wasn't an accident. Now your daughter Jenny, the 9-year-old, is going to die if you don't do exactly what I say. Do you understand? Now, they know a lot of people will just shut down, freak out, go crazy, call the police, but they typecast. They know who. I tell you, these people are smart. They're psych warfare, black ops experts. They have 180 IQs, the people running this, but they're evil. They're twisted. They're twisted geniuses. And it's going to take intelligent people that love light and liberty to rise up and crush them and expose their game. Now, the Southern Poverty Law Center, when Poplawski gunned down those 3 cops, gets home at 2:30, drunk. Mommy wakes him up at 7 a.m. His dogs are urinating everywhere. He's a pit bull collector. They're crapping all over the floor. He throws a fit. The cops get there. He kills one, throws a fit, kills two more. Turns out he's a white supremacist attacking me all over the internet. Southern Poverty Law Center has the computers within 2 hours of him in custody, feeds their spokesman who writes these reports about the militias and people, feeds their reporter saying he was a fan and that I influenced it. Turned out it was the opposite. We did keyword searches, proved it, they had to retract. The first person thereafter is me. Now, what does that tell you when the Southern Poverty Law Center and ADL are after me? Because they know my message and the information we're covering is devastating to them. Because we're shattering the left-right paradigm, creating unity. Now, unity against the bankers, not unity under their agenda, which is the false unity they want. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need your prayers now more than ever.